guys. Hey, gamer holers. Hole heads. Hole guys. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. You might notice that Kings isn't here. Instead, Pestyly's here.
Someone better. I go, sorry, Kings. It was just
We had to beg,
here.
plead, and grovel. Dekie cried a little bit, and he finally agreed to join us. Pestily, thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Thank goodness we have some members now because we were actually able to pay Pestily to be here. all of our earnings for the last 6 months are going towards this episode, so
I am not paid for this.
Plus a little out of pocket. He's not cheap.
The entire subathon we did.
The 7 days just to get me here.
that's right.
Speaking about that
we didn't even have
subathon,
post-track.
that was a really impressive subathon. It was one of the most enjoyable things I watched on Twitch. I'm not even bullshitting. That was, I was
Thank you.
probably not you guys, but Omid at nighttime was, because that was like my prime time watching, was just honestly the funniest shit. He's the reason why I got Toast Rack for my subathon. I was watching Omid when you guys were all asleep. I'm like, this is the funniest shit. I want that. I want that for my next subathon.
Omid, I don't know. Like he's already like kind of like strung out, unhinged
Wired.
a little bit
He's
to
already
begin with. Wired.
Yeah, he's on
and
another
like
level.
during those nights, I saw like a new side of him. My God, he was like, he was going absolutely bananas, cuckoo.
You cut out sleep out of his schedule completely, and
what it
Omid
was.
turns into another animal.
I think anybody after 40 hours of no sleep
including myself.
starts to get kind of weird.
Pest during the day. I don't know if this was clear from like the viewing side of it, but like we could not get him to sleep. Like during the day, like after his night's watch, he'd be like up, like, and Kings had to like take him aside and be like, go to sleep. Like he was up for like days at a time, like just
in the zone. He was loving it.
yeah.
Honestly, I didn't get to watch much besides when he was on at nighttime. But yeah, like it looked like you guys were having a blast. I was a little bit jealous. I want to do one. I want to do one myself. But when my studio's done, so I've got everyone to hang out in the one room like you guys had.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Honestly, it was like somehow the worst and best week of my life.
Both
at the
combined
same
into
time.
one thing. Yeah. I've never been so miserable. but I've never had such a. It honestly was like that. That's something that I'm always gonna remember so fondly. Of like so many like friends coming together and such a bonding experience. It really turned out fantastically. You know, if only I'd slept a little bit more.
Yeah, well, you offered to be down in the room.
It was my own fault.
Yeah,
I like the idea of doing one exactly like you guys have, but I'll just invite everyone and be like, "This is my address. Rock up whenever you want," and just see who rocks up over the week.
That's
like an episode of
prime
Viva
content.
La Bam. Yeah, that'd be perfect.
That would be madness. That'd be so good though.
I won't leave the room. I'll just stay there the whole time. I'll sleep on the couch, and people can come and go however they want.
Don't invite Omid.
That'd be
then.
amazing.
Don't invite
He just doesn't
Omid.
leave. It's just like
He'll
doesn't
show
let
up
you
and he won't
sleep.
leave the whole time or sleep. He'll completely
The
go mental
subathon
and
will end,
delete.
but he'll still be behind you in your streams. He'll still be like poking it.
He'll delete most of your Tarkov inventory as well. He likes to do that.
I was playing with him the other day, and he got up for a while, and Marco came in and sat down. His roommate Marco came in and sat down, and I was like, delete the sick case, throw the sick case away, throw it away, throw it away. He wouldn't do it, but
he should have insured it and just threw it like into the water.
We were in raid. I wanted him to go out of raid with me, and then put the sick case back in his inventory, and then go back into raid and go to the same exact spot we were in, and be like, oh, I hid your sick case, it's gone. But just leave it in his inventory.
My favorite thing of that though, it was what made it like a little different from yours, Pest, is you guys hit it like right when Tarkov wiped, so like it was very Tarkov heavy. We did it like at the end of a wipe. There's like nothing going on. We barely played. Like just at night, I like deleted all my stuff and went absolutely bananas. But we did like Beyblades and Twister and stuff
I
like
would
that.
love to do more like local game. We did like that Age of Empires.
That was fun, yeah.
We all did AOE
I'm so glad
in the
you were there
same
for
room
that, yeah.
together. That was good. That was really fun.
Honestly, I'm glad it seemed so like put together on the other side, because literally we did such poor planning. Like we like rigged up that room with the lights, just whatever we could find like in Kings's basement, and then we went to Walmart like the day before or like that day
it.
and like bought a bunch of shit and just like threw it all together like super last minute. But yeah,
Well,
it worked out.
when I did
And
my 35-day subathon, I formatted
That
my
was
computer
crazy.
the day before and went from a 1 PC setup to a 2 PC setup. And I'm sitting there like, there is no way this is gonna work. And I'm just like,
Oh,
and I just
God.
like, I made all the audio finally work, and then I went live, and I was just like, just please don't die. I have no issues. Please just get through, which it did. But oh my God, that was stressful.
Just building
That's
the
a
plane
s-
while he
that's a
flies
s-
it.
Yeah, that's a scary switch. Dekie just did that, and he was all grumpy about it last episode.
I'm still grumpy. Everything still
you
doesn't work
figured it
yet. I just
out,
went to
though?
2PC like 3 weeks
I
ago.
love it.
and,
I can't go back. I like it a lot.
like every stream something goes wrong.
I'm gonna go to I'm getting a new computer soon, and I want to redo the whole thing with the new computer. This sound is always the sound issues. Everything else is fine, but sound.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it works so easily.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with it.
It depends. You gotta find like little workarounds for everything, like ways of doing certain things. Like I have my mouse and keyboard and my cameras and everything all on KVM switches. KVM, is that the word?
I don't know.
I don't
I think
know.
that is
The
for yeah,
switches
switching
that I
between
sent
like
you.
yeah.
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 That works great. I like that.
Like the perfect
I,
example is the Go XLR is made as like a streaming audio interface, but it's perfect for a single PC setup. You try and use it for a 2 PC setup, it's an absolute clusterfuck. And then it's
Is it?
yep.
Wait, how do you have it? Do you have it in your game PC or in your stream PC?
Good question. I think it's in my stream PC.
Oh, you should put in your game PC. And then you just line out to the line in of your stream PC, and then it's just like a single track. So whatever you're doing on here just gets copied over.
Well,
And you hear your game and everything like all tracked up.
yeah, but that works well if you want it all on the one audio track. But if you want to have it on
Oh, I
multiple
see.
audio
Okay,
tracks,
I get. That's fair. Okay.
back when you used
interesting.
to edit YouTube videos, Aqua, you probably
Yeah,
remember
uh-huh.
you have multiple
I
audio
still do
tracks.
sometimes.
Remember
Yeah.
back in the day, Aqua, when you edited videos? Remember?
Pestily, I was doing that up till recently. Pestily yelled at me about it. He's like, "You gotta stop." Remember that?
Too much work, man.
You can't be doing that. But the thing is, I didn't start streaming that much more either. So
But even if it is,
Well, you,
better,
I did.
better
I'm just
life
kidding.
balance.
you were
Yeah.
supposed to stop editing so you could stream more, and then you didn't.
basically, no, I definitely stream more. I definitely do.
You've been doing really well
Um,
recently, son.
Thanks. You too. Yeah, I've been having a fun time with it. You know what I'm excited about? Watching your vlog of your trip, your road trip with your friends to go get your cool new car.
That was the video, mate. That whole video was the video.
Oh, that was it?
Oh,
I thought it was
that
like a
was-
teaser.
I thought that was like an ad.
Oh, Whoops.
We made it like a movie trailer.
never mind.
I know that's why I thought it was like a trailer for,
Yeah,
for
it
like a
seemed like a
video.
trailer.
So the way we did that video, we recorded about 100 10-second clips over the whole trip. And then we just like chucked it all together to make it like it was a movie trailer. Yeah. Well, I've got plenty of content to come from the larder. When's this going live? When's this video going to be live?
Thursday.
As in like 3 days time?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all
four
right.
for us on, the other side.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to make the car with the Adidas straps down the center. I'm going to fill it up with the biggest sound system possible. I think it's going to be two 15-inch subs, which is literally like the back seat will be removed and the window in the back will have, like the bottom of the window will be the top of the sub. That's how big they are. And then I was going to put airbag suspension in so I could lower and raise it. But every suspension place I took it to, I've given up. They all said they wanted 15 grand was the cheapest. And and they were like, I don't think we can fit it. Like, it's too small underneath. And so I was like, all right, fine. I'll spend the money on other stuff. And then
I just can't imagine that conversation.
Yeah.
Taking a lot into all these places and being like, listen.
well, the sound system guy, because I'm installing the sound system myself, but I took it there to show him, and he goes, I haven't seen one of these in like 20 years. They don't exist in Australia. Like, it's about 500 in the country. And then the last thing, which is actually going to get it properly said on the YouTube video, I'll probably publish at the end of this week. So I'll do it around the same time as the podcast. I'm actually going to engineer myself a metal plate that will come down from the roof in front of the windscreen, like the Killa helmet.
Oh, like a face shield.
And it will have the actual
like
slit
the Killa helmet.
for Killa.
Is that street legal?
No, I won't be able to drive with it, but I'll press the button and it'll go back to the roof. So I can still drive around, but then like I can enter like Killa mode.
Yeah.
And it'll actually be like full Killa helmet. Like, I wanted to make it look like the Killa helmet. And
What are you gonna make it out of? Like sheet aluminum and like
I don't know, steel
slit at the top?
Let's do it.
That'd be so heavy, I feel
No, you
like.
don't have to do it that thick. I'm not going to be driving with it down. I'm not going to get shot at.
Catches air and like
This
flies
is some
off.
Ned Kelly
Yeah, it'll look like a Ned Kelly helmet.
but a car.
Yeah, so and I'm calling it the Collada, like Killa with Lada, so Collada. And yeah, it's
Nice.
It's the Tarkov mascot. So there'll be a few videos made for the video for the car. In the same kind of thing, I'm actually planning a trip in 2 weeks' time where I'm going to go full driving on sand dunes with it. It'll be the last drive I can do before the paint job. So I thought I'd flog it.
Nice.
Flog it through some sand dunes before that. But yeah, so
Play some hard bass out that speaker system.
yeah, so I'm going to do the sound system after the paint job. But I'm excited.
Okay.
Russian hard bass. Oh, and I'm not saying who's making it, but I'm actually getting a famous artist to make a Killa theme song for the car. So every time I make a YouTube video that will feature the car, I want it to have like, you hear it in the distance, that little bit of like a, is that what I think it is? And then, with so, yeah.
That's exciting.
I just want to make fun content, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna honestly talk about a little bit. Is your like plans for 2022?
Yep.
And that's a big list
Yeah.
of some very big ideas.
Yeah, I missed a few off the list. I owe the stream a hot tub stream. I had a really cool idea, which the only reason I'm not doing it at the end of this month is there's been a lot of people in hot water over a hot tub stream recently, and I was like, I'm just gonna postpone it for a few months. So I actually think I might do it next summer, and I've got a bigger and better idea for that. That's probably November, and I owe a stair documentary. So that one wasn't on the list too, but I definitely will get that done this year.
A what documentary?
A documentary about staircases. I don't know if you
a stair
remember,
documentary.
but 2020.
Oh, I remember Pestily because it was the day we were supposed to duo together.
Oh yeah.
And you threw yourself down your stairs so you wouldn't have to play with me.
Anything but playing with Zchum.
Literally 2 days before that, I hired 2 editors, and they both thought, like, what if we've just lost the job that we just got?
It was frightening to see you just laying there at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah. If anyone didn't know, I fell down a staircase head first, and it was very painful. But yeah, I always
Those Dutch stairs.
they're brutal.
It's like a ladder.
Yes.
It's insane.
They're built
I've
for
never
little feet.
And giant men and women that are like 9 foot.
honestly like Dutch people are huge.
Yeah.
They're like large people.
Huge people, slender feet.
Yeah,
Tiny
they have like
little feet.
hooves. They want
Whoops.
They have like
they
weird.
need
Their
to
ankles
fit on
like
those fucking stairs.
raised.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a lot on this year. I've also got the I'm doing a race around a racetrack with a racing team, a Walkinshaw racing team. So they're gonna engineer a computer setup to fit in the car, and then I'm gonna race around the racetrack while playing Tarkov. So 300 kilometers an hour. They want to hit 300
I
kilometers
love
an hour
that.
while I'm playing Tarkov.
Yeah. What kind of car are you gonna do that
It'll
in?
be like a V8 supercar. So it
one of those, yeah, that they have at the track or whatever.
kind of they're a little bit like NASCARs, but the Australian version. that actually go around.
Oh yeah, stock car.
Like
So someone will drive you and you
The
like
actual
play on a
team-
laptop or
the team race drivers, the actual head drivers are doing
Wow.
it. So,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I can't remember what else I had on that
getting
list.
a kill in like in the passenger seat.
You
like-
have your like marathon and stuff, which I was honestly interested in. We talked recently about cardio, and fuck cardio, because that it's the devil.
Yeah.
I can't. I died after running about 10 minutes a couple of weeks ago, and it was the worst experience of my life. Much less trying to do, what is it, 24 kilometers in a marathon?
42.
Oh well, I'm definitely on
24 miles.
Other way around.
Yeah. Have you begun training for that?
So, I actually was training really like heavily last year, and then I don't want to get like full controversial, but I had my COVID jab, and it like ripped me off. Like for 3 weeks, I was sick. I could barely stream, and I tried not to talk about it on stream. I just said, "Oh, I'm just feeling tired. You know, I'm just gonna end the stream early," and it ruined me. And I stopped all my training, and then I had Christmas, and I put on like, I'm not even exaggerating, like 5 to 10 kilograms, like 10 to 20 pound. Like I just like, my gut is huge right now.
Nice.
Gamer gut. Yeah.
And so now I'm on like the healthy eating diet. So I was having chicken, you know, just chicken and a bit of salad, and I'm eating really healthy and starting to train up again. I actually got a couple of people interested. The way I'll do it is I'm gonna have someone ride a bike behind me during the marathon, and they'll film the live stream of me running, and then I could just like talk, and I'll have maybe like a lapel setup on.
Yeah.
So like, this is fucked.
That's always funny when they mic
I could ride a
people up.
bike 42 kilometers.
Yeah.
And then
Like those,
Much less run
the
that.
first 5 minutes of it, you're just talking normal. You're like having a conversation, then you just shut up real quick because you're like,
just wheezing.
God, I've never been able to run. I am such terrible stamina. I've always been like that.
baby steps.
I don't know how.
Walk
Yeah,
first.
I work out a little. You know, I don't do any of that cardio. I get, biking's not bad. I did like a little bit of biking. I used to ride a single speed hipster bike around the city. You know, thought I was cool. And those aren't easy to pedal. Okay, and I could do that. I got better at that. I believe I could do it if I tried, but I don't want to try. But good for you for trying. That's good.
I've got a subscription to Zwift, which is like an online universe where you can ride a bike in. You can use a normal exercise bike and put it on. Sorry, you can use like a normal bike and put it like on a trainer, which is what I've done. And you literally ride around this world, and other people can ride with you. It's actually a pretty cool way of doing it.
VR.
I don't think it has VR, but you just have it on your TV or your
cool.
tablet or your laptop. That's what I was doing on stream. I think you might have seen a clip at one point of me like
I saw you doing that.
yeah, riding.
I didn't know you were like looking at a screen.
Yeah.
Did you show the screen on stream?
Yeah, that was during the
Oh.
Subathon, the 35-day one.
Oh, maybe I just like assumed that you just like put on like a YouTube video of like some random like bike ride or something in the background. But okay.
I think my editor
Cool.
put GTA behind me instead, but
Yeah. I saw you doing that on Twitch actually, the exercising thing.
yeah,
I saw you have
it's
dinner.
pretty rough because like people are so judgmental about appearance on Twitch. Like I talk about it pretty often about I could never be a female like streaming on Twitch. Like it's the harassment would
Yeah.
be impossible.
if you stand up for even a second, you're just like,
clip, you know, like
yeah, just attacked with it. If you look at any female streamers, like you go in their clips and it's all like,
they
clip,
left
clip,
the
clip,
room.
clip.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty.
I couldn't. I don't know how.
like I get judged by my facial hair. You know, like oh, and then
Yeah.
if I have a beard, not a single comment about my hair. Right? They're like, oh, look at that manly beard. But the second I shave off my beard, Pestily, you're bald. And it's like, what? Like, no shit. Like, nothing's changed. I just shaved.
I know everyone's very, very particular about your appearance on Twitch. It's kind of crazy.
I'm jealous of
my-
cam streamers. I'm legit jealous of it.
It's so hard to make it as a no cam streamer, but once you make it, it's like nice.
I have a hard time watching if there's no cam.
I know, that's why it's so hard to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys, I mean, starting up a stream on Twitch is an uphill battle anyway, but yeah, doing it no cam's
But
like...
the people who make it no cam just make it off like sheer charisma or gameplay, or like if you lose that camera, you have to have like insane qualities in something else.
Usually it's based around humor. Like you look at people like Swagger Souls or Anton, those guys, they always got really good banter. Like it's just constant, just funny jokes left, right, and center. All their voice is really soothing. I'm sure you guys know Kings, not the Kings from this podcast, but
Yeah.
God, like velvet, that voice. I just want to
lick it.
swim in it.
And so perverse.
Maybe it could lick me. I don't...
The things that comes out of that man's mouth.
My God, incredible.
Yep.
Yeah, we need our cameras.
We need to be judged.
Yeah. Everyone tells me, get a haircut, or like, where's your mustache?
You look like a
fucking
bum.
baby loser.
Fucking loser.
Who's this homeless guy? Yeah, I get a lot of that. Or like if I'm at my couch setup, they're like, ooh, look at those knees. Oh man. It's so fucking weird. They love joints and weird body parts.
Yep. Yeah.
I wonder if there's anyone who doesn't get that that's a joke, you know?
Oh, there's
like
plenty
is
of people who
actually
don't
like,
get
oh
it.
man, yeah, that's right. Look at those knees. Holy shit, those are great. God, that'd be weird.
I had
Probably one, you know.
I had somebody who kept like donating to me a few days ago like that, and at first I thought, oh, this is a funny joke, but then they like kept doing it and doing it and doing it, and I was like, this isn't a joke anymore. You actually love me. You actually might be
what
in
they
love
want,
with
Zchum?
me.
It could be that it got a reaction. They like just kept doing it and didn't.
What was the reaction?
Didn't
Me
pick up
saying,
on-
thank you for the 200 bits. Was that the reaction?
Thank you for the 200 bits, and yes, we can go on a date sometime.
And yes, I'm.
Yeah,
God,
I'll
I'm
send
so
you.
handsome and funny.
I'll send you a
humble.
calendar of me posing in creative ways without a shirt on.
And yes, that's my home address. Just stop by anytime.
I want to do more fun things like make a calendar. Like I think that would be a really cool thing to sell. Like it wouldn't just be me. Like I would have other people in it.
Boys of Tarkov calendar.
It's like
And everyone wears a different like Tarkov boss outfit on it.
it's like how we did the Christmas song, right? Like I just want to do fun, random content, even if it's like not that successful, like monetary wise, or just whatever. I just like putting out cool content in the universe where it's like, hey, proud of making that, like the tournaments and stuff like that. You know,
For sure.
a calendar where we just pick like, I don't know, we'll all carry sledgehammers, but you could take a photo anywhere.
We're all cosplaying as Killa.
Yeah.
With like a sexy little rig on and a sledgehammer.
We could be like, go to a hardware store and pick up a sledgehammer and a welding mask and just take a photo with it.
Yeah.
You flip it over. Oh, hello, Mr. November.
Yeah, that would be good.
Backyard to Gillis.
Whatever.
Speaking of cameras, I had wanted to talk about the next level of ear licking streams that we saw this week
That was insane.
on Twitter.
That was crazy.
The
Yeah, I
girl
saw
that was
that.
like deep throating her ASMR
So
mic.
did she get in trouble, or did they just let it slide?
I think they banned her. Did they not?
know.
I heard
I
they
didn't-
did. I didn't do a lot of
I didn't
research.
either.
I saw the clip on Twitter and I was like, wow.
I totally didn't do a lot of research, like hours of research into the stream.
Watching every VOD she's put up.
So, being the content creator that I am, it was my due diligence to make sure I knew as much as possible about this situation.
I need to fully understand
So,
all context.
she obviously did that for attention. Like, it was 100% for attention.
Yeah.
And what she actually does, she actually live streams on Facebook. She actually isn't really a Twitch streamer. So she did that on Twitch to get as much publicity as possible.
Doesn't matter if she gets banned on Twitch. She'll get the publicity on her. Wow.
It's big brain.
I need to get banned on Facebook.
Yeah, but you have to be something really ridiculous. Like, I don't know, show your butthole or something. Actually, no, someone's already done that. It needs to be bigger.
It's been done.
I'm desperate.
Yeah.
Wow. I had not heard that part.
Yeah.
That is
Big brain.
That is really big brain. Yeah, you're right. Holy shit.
Yeah. It took a little bit to find. No one said it. No one was saying her name, and then I found her after like 40 posts of looking at it, and then
I just scrolled
dude,
pretty
that day
deep
on
through
Twitter,
that.
like all of just like Twitch Twitter was that same clip.
Yeah, I saw it probably 5 times that day at least, without even like looking. You know,
It's the clip for anybody listening. It's that clip of the girl, like you know the ASMR like head microphones where it's 2 ears and you can like talk into one and it sounds like they're in the room with you. Whoa.
hello.
She was just like deep throating the ear microphone. She was.
I mean, it doesn't protrude that much from the box that it's attached to, but it was in her throat somehow. I don't know how she managed to do what she was doing. Because, like, we've all seen, like, Amaranth. She'll, like, lick it nicely, casually. But,
When she tickles
casual
it with
lick.
her little nails.
Casual
but what, I don't understand how that was even possible. But props to her for that.
Very
so.
talented miming. That's what
Very
that is.
smart. Really smart. I mean, we're talking about it, you know? Yeah, for her.
Good for her.
I can't remember her name though, so we can't even say. Go to facebook.gg/ I don't know, ASMR microphone sucker.
I guess you
She's
could just.
probably the biggest Facebook streamer right now. So you can probably just find her.
I guess you could just type
top.
girl deep throating ear microphone, probably find it.
Yeah.
Good for her.
That's what we need to do, damn it. Only Mixer, we're still around.
Go get banned on Mixer.
Yeah.
Get banned on Mixer.
Yeah, unfortunately, I need YouTube, so.
The thing that was annoying
Yeah.
about it was after I figured out that she's actually a Facebook streamer that did that on Twitch, everyone was like, how dare you allow this to happen on your platform? And it was like,
I know.
but she doesn't even really stream on Twitch. So it's like, and like, people could do whatever
Actually,
they want on
don't-
Twitch, right? Like, technically, like, not that I would want to promote it, but someone could go do a really horrific crime on Twitch, and it would be live for at least 10 to 15 minutes before someone pulled the hard plug on it.
Yeah, before anybody, yeah.
Like the,
Yeah, it's not like they allowed what she was doing. If she got banned, then they obviously didn't allow it. Like she got banned. But you can't stop everything.
no.
At least for the first 10 minutes, first 15 minutes, you can't.
I mean, you could do it on YouTube, Instagram, everything. Everything is live streaming now. Twitter.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Do you have TikTok?
TikTok. No.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't. I don't think I can't take the plunge.
I think
I
you would
think
do really
Aqua
well.
would. I think his
on
brain
TikTok?
would actually
No, I don't
like
think so.
turn into.
Aqua's way too much of a boomer to be successful on TikTok.
I could barely figure out that fucking Telegram thing we were doing with the Tarkov chat.
That Telegram thing was actually an amazing idea. I just feel
Yeah.
like the execution didn't work extremely well. Because the way it works, it's like it needed to be consistent banter between different people. Like I think like there's like normal banter level and then there's general Sam banter level. But like
yeah.
if you have the
What did he
constant
say again? He like threatened clean or
Like,
something.
look at that mouth.
Talking about his lips. I can make my mouth smaller than you. And the funny thing is, I was trying it just as like to try it. I didn't think it would just like post right away. I was doing like a test post, like doing the mouth thing. That was actually real. It just like you hold the record thing and it just posts,
just posts
right
it.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't think that would happen. So I was just trying to do the little mouth thing. I did 2 posts on there.
But yeah, that Telegram thing was actually a really good idea, and it
It was fun. Yeah, it was cool.
just needed to have everyone consistently doing it. I tried like making jokes with people and stuff, but it kind of just, you know.
You were good on there. You were great.
Thank you.
I'm honestly not that outgoing. I don't like to do that so much. Like social media is really hard for me. Like I'm not like it doesn't come super naturally to me. Yeah. So
it's really easy with my backyard though. Like I can walk outside right now and probably find a kangaroo in my paddock. And they're like, I'd be like, hey, look at this Skippy over here. And then
yeah.
Whereas like I don't really have to. Like I could walk and I'd find a lizard or a snake or
come here,
spider.
free content. Come here.
Yeah. So
man, Australia's crazy. I'd like to go. I'd like to see Australia. You guys ever see?
We'll go for Pestily's big subathon.
You ever see I Did a Thing on YouTube?
Yes, I love that channel.
Yeah, big fan.
I've had a lot of inspiration from him recently.
Yes, Pestily sent me a video. He's like, I want to do stuff like this. And before I saw the thumbnail or the title or anything, just the link, I knew it was going to be that channel. Like another Australian guy building shit in his yard. And I was like, and it was.
Australian wildlife just like never ceases to amaze me. All of I Did a Thing's videos on like the wacky animals like around his backyard. He's got like those big ass bats, like as big as a fucking person, just like chilling back there.
The cute dog bats.
He's got like a bunch of lizards that he like lets live in his house because they eat the bugs. He's like walking down his hallway. There's like fucking spiders all over the place. They're just part of his local ecosystem.
My favorite video of his is the hammer.
The driving nail hammer.
Yeah, it's like
hammer. Yeah.
That thing was terrifying. Oh my god.
I'm surprised Australian laws like allowed that, to be honest.
I think, like, in all seriousness, that was a gun. Like, I know it's ridiculous, but that was actually a gun by the end of it.
I think it was a gun. What he built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He built a gun.
For people that didn't watch the video or don't know what we're talking about, he built two pieces, like it was like a hammer, but when he hit the hammer, a backplate of the metal hammer would hit the nail inside it, and then you'd have a blank round inside the actual like inside a tube, and then the blank round would strike the primer, explosion would happen, and the nail would shoot out of the hammer. And it wouldn't just like shoot out a little bit; it would go through like a frying pan or through the ceiling.
Like it went through his ceiling.
So yeah, he built a gun.
The nail goes through his ceiling and like pokes out in the room above him, and he's like, "It works."
Yeah. That was unbelievable. Yeah. He seems like he has so much fun, that guy. Is that what Australia's like? Just beautiful weather, just hanging out with frogs in your pool, building shit all the time.
Pretty much.
Frogs.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's nice. He's got frogs in there. Sorry, Dekie, go ahead.
My thing with Australian content creators, it always goes back to Gary the Goat. And the guy that took care of Gary the Goat before he went like off on his like political rampage and shit and went really insane. Gary the Goat was my favorite shit in the world. That was like 10 plus years ago. It was like that guy who just drove around in that beat up van that he had put like used vegetable oil in to run it, and then he just had a goat that sat in the passenger seat and he'd feed cigarette butts to it. Eventually Gary died, and that guy definitely went on some weird political stuff, but
he walked.
It was really good at the start.
He walked so that other Australians could run, Dekie.
True.
When I first started doing YouTube, I thought like I was at such a disadvantage because I wasn't Australian.
Why?
Because at the time I was looking to get in, and start making Rust videos, And then, like, the biggest Rust creators were all Australian. Sir Winter, Vertigo,
is it Stimpy?
The rest
some other
of
guys.
Is Stimpy Australian?
Yeah, Stimpy's Australian. And I just felt like that was like a prerequisite. It's like, I'm not gonna have a cool, like, suave sounding voice. You gotta sound good on there.
Let's see, what's even the point?
Yeah, I can't compete with these guys.
Australians got a lot going for them. They really do. Like, it's an accent that everybody does agree to like.
It's good.
And
it's a good one.
Like, very good humor in general. And like, they're not involved in the whole NA, EU debate. And so like, they're very like neutral ground to come in and make fantastic content. I agree. We are all at a disadvantage except for Pestily. No wonder he's so successful.
Yeah.
It's only because he's Australian. Nothing else.
My first like 50 to 100 YouTube videos, it had so many comments saying, I have no idea what this guy said. I'm not even exaggerating because I used to mumble a lot. I still do, but I actively try and pronounce my words better. And I would talk really quickly. I would use all my slang, and I'd be teaching a guide on Tarkov. I'd be like, yeah, right, you just go over here, right? And then they'd be like, what? And subtitles wouldn't understand what I said. And so, yeah, subtitles would be like, Pestily. You know, like, I'm a minister
Great
now.
video.
Actually,
I don't know what the fuck you were talking about, but you seem really passionate about it.
I actually saw one of your videos really early on, and I actually did find you hard to understand at times. I can definitely attest.
I've
to
definitely
that.
worked on that. That's been something I've actively worked on as a content creator. Talking.
Interesting.
Pronunciation.
Well, I used to play, like in 2012, I used to play a lot of DayZ, like with this one guy that was Australian. And I'd always understand him fine unless he had other Australians play with us. And then he would start speaking like, he would like speak with them and it would just turn into a bunch of like jumble that I wouldn't understand. But like if it was just me and him, he would pronounce it like, express it enough. But like once he's with his friends and shit, I was like, okay.
Heading down to the
So, yeah, I
Pava and
definitely
J. just like stuff all strung together like that.
The worst is going to the UK, and then you just go from like one area to the next, and then you're like,
Oh god.
what did he say? Huh?
It's like trying to watch a goddamn Guy Ritchie movie. It's impossible. I never know what anyone is talking about the entire movie. Always. So frustrating.
I was watching this video of this dude who like cleans chimneys or some shits from like the 90s. It was on YouTube, but he like sets the ladders up himself, right? Some guy in the fucking UK, but he was like explaining how he like sets the ladders up to get up to like these like insanely tall chimneys. My fiance comes in and she's like, "What the fuck is that guy saying? I can't understand a single thing that guy has said so far."
Yeah.
Just from the
Very
other
tough.
room, without context clues, it gets like, I don't know, it can be difficult, right?
Maybe that's
Someone was making sorry. Someone was making fun of the Super Bowl today in my stream. They're like, I was like leaving. They're like, have fun with the Captain America Warrior like Army Man game or something like that. Like just really cliche American stuff. And I was like, don't you have a chimney to sweep and a song to sing while you're doing it or something? Maybe you'd like to have someone fly in on an umbrella or something. That was funny. I thought that was quite funny.
Speaking
I made
of Super Bowl
myself
hype,
laugh.
I rushed home very, very quickly for this podcast, and I drank a very, very large amount of beer. I'm going to be peeing nonstop, so I'll be right back. You guys continue. I'm sorry.
He's gonna
okay.
go visit the Super Bowl.
That's right. Well, sorry. Please.
I was on Twitter the other night, like I do most nights. About to fall asleep, right? And I've got my phone like this. And I'm just like getting kind of tired as I'm like scrolling Twitter, so I just like let the phone like fall down like onto my chest kind of, and it like I don't know like touched my neck or something, and I'm like just starting to fall asleep, and I'm like I should move the phone, and then I hear Pestily talking. I'm like, did I call Pestily? And my heart starts like racing a little bit because I'm like, why is Pestily talking? Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. What did I do? And I like pick it up and I'm like my eyes start like focusing on it. And I'm in some fucking like back room of Twitter that I've never fucking seen before, where Pestily's like, there's like a woman talking in the background, and then Swagger Souls starts like fucking talking. And I thought I was like half dreaming, half awake, like looking at my phone, and Pestily was doing some like fucking Twitter like live chat thing where you like make a room and then everybody just like talks. I swear to God, I thought I called him, and that I just embarrassingly was like breathing or something as he was like listening.
It's actually really cool. So you go on Twitter. I don't know what it's called. I won't look at my phone to figure it out. But you go onto Twitter.
It's like rooms or
yeah,
something.
it's like rooms. And you start a conversation and you can invite people to join you, or you could just talk yourself. So you could have like a radio show. So I was just like sitting there, I'm like, I saw someone else doing it and they were talking about like NFTs and Bitcoins and shit. And I was like, that's boring. And I was like,
Cringe.
yeah, cringe. And so I was like, I'm going to talk about cool stuff. So I started up, I'm like, hey, I just got home. I couldn't think of anything to say. I'm like, so who? And then all the people started jumping in and they can request to talk. I'm like, all right, I'll interview people about what their Florida man is. So I'd like get them in the chat. I'm like, all right, what's your name? And they're like, oh, my name's John and I'm from Florida. I'm like, oh, John, perfect, from Florida. What's your Florida man? And I'm like, I don't know what Florida man is. And then I'm like,
you live in Florida? You don't know what Florida man is?
And then they'd Google their birthday and say Florida man, and it would be like, Florida man jumps into crocodile pit and gets arm bit and then claims held captive for 9 hours. You know, like random shit like that. So, it was actually really cool. I think I will do that more often, but I'll have an actual discussion of something to talk about and might bring some other people in.
You're like talking to your wife in the background. She was like, what? Yeah, okay.
She's like, that's not right. I'm like, shut up. You're ruining the story.
Like, you guys were just like in bed next to each other, and Pestily's like, I'm just gonna start this.
I was on the couch. I'm like bored on the couch. I was like, couch chats with Pestily. I think I titled it or something like that.
Is it like a video or
just audio?
It's just
audio?
talking. I would have to like psych myself up for that. I would have to like think for like an hour about what I want to talk about.
I was really curious to see if anyone would listen and then where it would go. And there was a lot of people like, that was really cool. So I was like, maybe I'll do it again.
How long did you do it for?
About 40 minutes. But the first 5 minutes I was talking and I didn't realize that you have to enable your microphone to start talking. So the first 5 minutes is just completely dead silent. And then there's me go, oh, wait a minute, microphone.
It's like a public Discord chat.
Yeah, Discord did something like that. It's like called like stages or something. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Interesting.
I like
it is a good idea.
Just if you got some like drama going on you want to address real quick, you can just like get in here and just have a stage, you know?
Yeah.
I like just being able to do a short chat and not going live on stream. Like, I feel like every time I go live on Twitch, I have to do 4 hours as a minimum. Like anything under 4 hours, I'm like...
Same, 4 hours.
Yep.
Feels bad less than that, yeah.
That's my minimum. If I'm feeling like really sick or something's wrong, I'll do 3 hours, but 4 hour minimum, yeah.
But it's like expected of you. Like, what? You're finishing at 3? Like, hang on a minute. Like, I wasn't even going to come on tonight, and I was just like, you know what? I'll play some video games, and you guys can watch. But hey, well, I'm sorry I offended you that I only did 3 hours from 9 p.m. till midnight when I start my stream at 4 a.m.
Yeah. You know, like...
I've got shit like that, because, yeah, a lot of times I want to play, like, an off game. Like, I mean, I already play a bunch of bullshit anyway, but, like, I want to play, like, Flight Simulator, and I, like, get on my day off, and I'm like, all right, I'll do, like, 2 hours of Flight Sim, and then people are like, where's the real game? And I'm like, I'm not even supposed to be streaming right now. How about you just shut the fuck up? And then I feel guilty about it at the end. I'm like, why do I even do this? I just need a game offline.
Yeah, that's what I do now. I don't stream when I want to play a game, and I just want to enjoy the game. Because, like, I did an Apex
I feel
tournament.
guilty, though.
I do as well, but I'm at the care factor of 0 now. So I did an Apex tournament the other night with a friend, Red Ops, and we just like... It was like this ANZ tournament, and people were like getting paid to do it. And I was like, I'll just do it for the shits and giggles. Like, don't even pay me. I was like, I just want to shoot some people in Apex. And so before we even started it, like Red Ops and I were saying, all right, here we come. This is the new streets of Tarkov. Oh, Tarkov patch looks weird. And I was like,
I know, every time.
Frustrating.
I do a fair amount of variety, like especially like later in the wipe too. I get that every fucking time, every single time.
The only game I don't is Age of Empires. Age of Empires, they're just like, oh my god, Age of Empires 2. This is it. My nostalgia.
Yeah. I think like everybody from the Tarkov audience funnels out, and just like so many like Age of Empires enthusiasts come in.
Yeah.
But I think like that game is just universally loved. Everybody loves that game.
It's been like that for 20 years, man.
Yeah.
Other games have grown and died, and Age of Empires just stood strong.
Yeah, just the same thing.
It's like
There it is.
it's like a more complex chess almost. Like
It's so good. We should play again. I miss those days. That was some of my favorite period of gaming when
That
we
was
were
my
all playing
favorite
that all the time.
Twitch creators time lore period. The Age of Empires time.
I don't mean like on stream, even like off stream. Just when we would like play all the time and just have a fun time.
You'd
you know?
get that 4 a.m. message from Wellen saying, "Up for a game?" And you'd be like,
Yeah.
"Wellen,
I
I'm
guess.
asleep."
I'll be there in 15.
But okay, I'm on my way.
Willen always messages me at like 2 a.m. the game. I'm starting to think he does it because he knows I'll say no. Just so he can keep up appearances, but like he doesn't actually have to hang out with me.
Have you guys played all the Dark Souls?
I played 1 and 3 and Demon Souls remake. I love them.
And Aqua's been trying to make me play it for like a year.
I've never played it, and I'm like,
Oh my god, you both need to play. Dekie, did you play?
I've played.
dabbled.
I'm not a Souls boy.
It didn't connect with you. You need to connect.
Dark Souls 3 originally on PS3 or PS3 really connect. I loved it, and then my save data got corrupted like 3/4 of the way through the game, and it like off put me to the entire series because I was like,
I'll
"Fuck
never
this."
play this series again.
Yeah, and then I played Sekiro, and
I didn't like that one.
I got through part of it. But overall, like, if I'm gonna be miserable and just like bang my head against the wall, it's got to be multiplayer. Like, I just have a real hard time with single player
aren't
shit.
the Souls games like multiplayer in a way though, or something?
I guess thanks.
Yes.
Kind of, because you can get invaded by an enemy player, but not enough for me.
are you gonna play the new one?
Yeah, there's some multiplayer
Elden
elements.
Ring?
Nah, I'm gonna skip Elden Ring.
I
Yeah,
can't
skip it.
wait. I'm so excited.
Should it be my first?
I think it's a good one to start with, actually,
That would
because
be
it's
big
its
for
its
you.
its
I
own
think it
like
would.
story.
It's not even
Um,
out yet. How do you know it's a good one to
No,
start
it's gonna be
with?
big. Zchum, don't ruin it for me.
Well, because
But like no, like people are. There's such a huge Souls community. Like people worship those games.
Yeah, but-
especially having like Pestily, if he's not fucked with it before, dive into Elden Ring. I think that'd be huge.
oh god,
What, you
people
out of
people
all
love
people?
seeing a first time Souls like player too. People love that shit. I will love that shit. I will watch
Is it
and
just
be
gonna be me
enthralled.
frustrated for like
Yes.
8 hours straight?
Yes, it will. You're gonna hate it, and it'll be so good to see you bad at something. I can't wait.
Do I need a controller?
Finally. I would use a controller. Yeah.
Find mine.
Finally,
Just
I'm
get, like,
better,
a
than,
Xbox
I'm better than
controller.
Pestily at something. Finally, you're
I
better than
probably
him at
won't
it
be.
for like 3 days until
3
he
hours.
until he like excels at it.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, and the games, the you don't really even know what's going on in those games the whole time, but just something. It just feels like it's that same type of torture that like Tarkov puts you through. So when you do something, you accomplish something, it feels just so good, and you feel like such a gamer, you know. And it's like you don't know what's going on, but you feel it. You know what I mean? With those games, it's great. You'll love it.
Sorry, I have to
Okay.
ask. Will we ever do an ad read at some point?
Yeah.
Are we all good? Sorry.
Yeah, I
Maybe now's a great time.
I mean, I guess we'll do it now, Pestily. If you,
I just don't want you to get in trouble. You know, I'm just.
we never miss
appreciate
an
it.
ad read, Pestily. I will always find a way to work my testicles into this podcast and then talk about Manscaped. I'll always look for an in. That being said, I guess we can do an ad read. Manscaped, big shout out. Thank you for sponsoring today's episode. Today, I'm excited to announce Manscaped has launched their Ultra Premium collection. Believe it or not, it's for your not-so-private parts. I'm talking about a leveled-up hygiene routine with your favorite manly scent. This is an all-in-one skin and hair care routine for everyday man, for the everyday man, and covers you from head to toe, literally. Manscaped is trusted below the waist, so now trust them with the rest. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the code GAMERHOLE. GAMERHOLE, no space. Manscaped sent us. I don't know if you guys have been using the Manscaped lip balm. I've been using the Manscaped lip balm. Okay, my lips get a little bit dry in the winter. Not anymore. Now they smell.
Look at
manly.
Moist.
I didn't want to say it, but
Moist.
Yeah.
God, my lips are wet now.
Nice.
Manscaped, thank you for sponsoring this episode. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Thanks for looking out for us there, Pest.
How was that, Pestily?
That's good.
How was that?
Yeah, I'm glad the guest is keeping us on track.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was a little confused because I know you said this is like in 2 parts, and I didn't want it to be like if it was like halfway through the first part the ad was meant to happen, or like closer to the next part. I don't know. So I was like,
As long as it's in there.
all right.
As long as it's in there.
Manscaped's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't
Speaking
even
of-
think they know that they actually sponsor this. They probably don't even know. Oh,
We're
right.
not even
sorry.
sure we're getting paid, to be honest.
No, I think we're slipping through the cracks on the payroll. I'm pretty sure. It's okay.
Speaking of games, we talked a decent amount about Vampire Survivors last week.
Game's fat.
Yeah.
You played Vampire Survivors, Pestily?
No, I looked that up on Steam after you guys tweeted about it, and
And it looked like shit, and you were like, I don't want to play this.
no, see, I've got this thing.
We did the
where
same thing.
Every time I play a game, and if I do get enthralled into it, I get consumed. Right, the most recent one was like 7 Days to Die. Like I fucking threw myself at that game, and I don't want to play some 2D, I don't know, whatever you're playing, Vampire Survivor Slayer thing, and then
Pest?
next minute, actually another game. Sorry, on topic, a little bit, but on topic. Super Auto Pets. Don't play that game. Your life will just disappear. All right, it's one of those games you're just like, I'll just do one more. I'll just do one more, and then like 4 hours passes, and I'm like, I should have been in bed. Anyway, continue.
Oh, the vampire game is very much like
Yeah.
that.
That's what I
yeah,
assumed.
I have not had a decent night's sleep since discovering this game.
I've
It's
finally
kinda
beat it, so I can finally.
Yeah,
It's
I kind of beat
beatable.
it too.
Like, it's beatable, so after 24 hours of gameplay, you finally are like, I've done it. I've collected everything, and you can just stop.
Yeah, the funny thing too is like it takes literally 10 seconds and then you're addicted to that game.
Unless you're
It's
Dekie, who I
unbelievable.
assume is now going to tell us that he hated it.
Yeah, unless you just decide that the game sucks, and it's just like, why aren't you playing Galaga from '81? Because it's the same shit. It's just an arcade shooter, and you get powers
not.
just like you did in Galaga. Galaga, you get a little extra airplane that sits on your wing, and then you would shoot all the aliens.
No, there's hidden depths. There's hidden depths to it.
I played it the first time for 9 minutes, and I said, I don't care, and I quit. And then I was stuck in Q and Mortal, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna boot this up again. And I played it for a bit, and I was like, it's just that type of game. I don't care. So like I played it, and I was like, this is a fine time waster. But as soon as like I logged in, I was like, good, quit out. I wasn't at a stopping point, and I don't know if you can save or not. I was like, all right, I'm done. Get it out.
Got it.
Like it did not hook me.
It's like a dopamine drip for me.
I know,
like
me
every
too.
gem you collect, that mass of gems you can absorb, it just makes me so happy.
Any game where you can just like suck stuff up in a mass. Just
I
bring
like that.
The little like happy chemicals just trickle into my mind. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 as they just like
Ding,
suck
ding,
in.
ding.
Have you looked at Lost Ark at all?
I've been playing it.
Oh,
Is that the new
Really?
MMO.
The new
MMO.
Korean MMO.
Yeah.
As an MMO enjoyer,
An MMO head.
like I love Diablo, World of Warcraft, stuff like that. Yeah, if I didn't have anything else going on, and if I weren't a streamer, I'd probably be playing it more. I don't think it's a good fit for my stream, and I also don't think it's a good fit for me to game on heavily personally. After doing like a little bit, I did the world boss, did a dungeon, and I kind of just I decided I don't want to put the time in.
I got as far as the character creation, and I was picked. There was like, you could be a male or female of one thing. You could be a wizard or some shit, a mage, and then a gunslinger or a male female, and I was just like, yeah, hold F4. Like, oh, that's as far as I could get with it. I honestly could not go any further because I was like, there's classes. I'm gonna have to grind all the skills. I'm gonna have to like level up to get access to all the gear, and then I get all the gear, and I got to grind better gear, and I'm just like, I'm not doing that.
That's very much what it is. But oh my god, the menuing in that game is like nothing I've ever seen. They have so many like different menus, like so many different things you could collect, this and that, and coins and this and that. It's insane. I've never seen like so much like collectible shit or like
I hate
skins
that.
or
It just
like
overwhelms
pets and,
me.
Holy crap, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it was very overwhelming. I think I understand maybe 20% of like just the menus you can bring up in that game, and you know what? It's not that fun, in my opinion. I don't know.
Did it translate well across from Korea? Because I think it's a Korean-based game initially.
Yeah,
It's been over there years, yeah.
I was watching. I saw like S-Fan talking about it. He said like it's like a click-to-move game because in Korea, like they like to like in the cafes like have one hand smoking cigarettes and then the other to like click to move. So I don't know if that's like why or how true that is, but yeah,
that's a pretty bold claim to base like your entire game off of that. The idea that people are smoking while they play, but maybe
that's what he said. I don't know.
I played the beta for it like 2 months ago or something when they had a beta, and I love MMOs, and I was like, I'm not big on the top down thing, but I wanted to give it a shot, and I played it for like 2 hours, and I legit was falling asleep in my chair.
Yeah,
it just like it didn't get its hooks in me. It was like a lot of dialogue, and I'm pretty dumb. I can't barely read, so I was like, I was just like, oh, and there's just like waves of mobs coming. I was just like, yeah. So like, I didn't actually fuck with it.
I feel
on
the
launch.
same way. Honestly, like. I'm not I need to be enchanted. I want to be enchanted by the world, and I just wasn't.
Like,
I need to be mystified.
every stream I opened up, it was just like colorful vomit on the screen, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it's like. Second most ever concurrent played game on Steam or whatever, behind PUBG.
Yeah, I saw that.
So like I've talked about it a lot, and a lot of people are like, gonna fuck around. I'm like, I'm not personally, but like clearly it's a good game. Like it's been successful in Korea, now it'll be successful, in the West. And
yeah, what about New World? New World was the same though, really popular initially, and then
yeah. I mean, I think Lost Ark has proven that it actually has content late game, unlike New World, although apparently people still play. I've also learned that recently that there's some people still playing New World.
There's a new
to those of you guys out there, well, good on you.
There's a new like PvP mode apparently in New World that's kind of like a Rafi Basin in WoW, like capturing and controlling posts, which sounds better than whatever the war shit was that they put it. Like, I played that game, I was excited about it, I was into it until we did that war. And then I was like, this sucks. And I stopped playing it.
I got
was
to level
really
59
disappointed by that.
One level from max.
No way.
You didn't want to
I
go the
almost
full...
quit at level 59, but like all my friends were like, dude, just get on tonight, we'll grind the XP for you. And I was like, all right. And then I popped 60 and never played
All I was
again.
doing was logging in, and I was going to the town boards, and I was just teleporting between the two towns, and then just like buying on the auction house and cashing in all the stuff. And I'd use the rested XP, and I was just like, yeah, I'm done with this game.
That's a bigger statement than anything. Hit level 59, but not 60.
That's rough.
Speaking of MMOs, Aqua had a new video come out this weekend that I haven't gotten to watch yet, and I'm very upset. I was out of town this weekend and we were at Tanya's parents' house, so I didn't get to watch anything. And I have been waiting. I'm so excited for this. I am
Mortal
so
Online?
I can only imagine. Yeah. I've been no-lifing it. It actually is functional. Last time we talked about it last week, I'd waited in queues for 33 hours.
Yep.
Now it's functional. It's not how they said it would be all one
But
world.
it
They
will
made
be
instances
like that.
Yeah. But you can get in and you can play with your friends, and it's a fun time. And it has been some of the best gaming I've had in so long. It's been so fantastic. I just live in the sewers, and I just commit horrible crimes against people.
Aqua and I just ran around scamming people.
Yeah.
Aqua would tell his little riddles. And I would threaten to kill them if they didn't pay.
Yeah, Zchum had a voice changer on. His name was Glug. He was like this giant ogre guy, and I was like this little goblin who would like speak in rhymes and riddles and stuff.
Mortal Online is good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's like,
honestly, Pest
drink a glass of water, but one has ice. One doesn't.
Yeah, you saw it.
One
you
person.
saw the video. Yeah.
No, I didn't know. I watched that on stream.
Oh, you did?
were like,
Yeah. What was
one
that
person
crap?
drinks the water quickly, but the other one drinks it slowly. The one that drinks it slowly dies. How did he die?
Yeah, stuff like
That was good. I don't know. Did you make that up, or you got it from some like?
I heard that like years ago. That I guess that's a riddle, right?
You have to watch
That's
the
a riddle.
video.
Some real bullshit.
You have to watch the
riddle.
video to find out the answer. Okay.
Yeah. Very, very creative answer.
It's a good one.
It was really good. It's very similar to Myths of Empire, right? Like in some ways.
Oh yeah.
So,
It's Myth of Empires
That game was so fun.
It's
so
Myth of Empires
disappointing.
without the just ridiculous like overcomplicated like hundreds of menus and different like XP systems and guild systems and like just really
And it's not about building bases or anything. It's about you.
Yeah.
Which is the big thing. It's about your skills, your character. And
Dekie,
the world is completely unknown.
It is about building bases. You can build a keep.
Yeah, but that's not the main
I know,
thing.
but you totally can.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you can raid.
They're scary when you walk up on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never made any footage about this, but in Myth of Empire, I actually built a castle, and it was amazing. It was probably the most fun I had playing a video game in a long time. That wasn't like first person shooting, like, you know, meme funny shit. I literally like built like an old school castle with the external walls and the towers going up and everything, and then we stopped playing
By
it.
yourself?
No, someone from the Xfield campus mates like stayed up all night building it with me. That wasn't you, Zchum. You left.
Yeah.
I was there for like a good amount of that. Okay. I didn't see the castle. That was the last night we played. Because then it got
To take it off
ripped
Steam.
off Steam. I think you'd like Mortal because it's
You would like Mortal.
it's very similar.
The problem with that is like it's just impossible to stream because it's just
I know.
it's hardcore PvP. So like you can be killed anywhere.
And
like if you got any sort of audience, you're gonna get hunted down.
but God,
VoIP,
it's fun.
the VoIP brings it to the next level too. It's so good, dude. I'm gonna start playing again.
People
I think.
see you and then they like run into you later, like at some different town, like across this giant fucking map, and it's like, oh my God, Glug, hey. That's just like
I have people ask me about Glulog like 2 days ago when I played.
Really?
Glulog. They were like, there's this sewer and it's like this dungeon thing, and I like live down there hunting for this cape. And everybody knows me down there, like, oh, it's Chodius. and they're like, God, here he is again. Because I'm always like trying to instigate. I don't kill anybody because like I'll get like wanted. But I'm always all like, be a real shame if somebody, you know, decided to kill somebody while we're fighting the boss. And then it happens. They're all like, God damn it, Chodius, you started this again. But the other day somebody came up there like, oh, Chodius, have you heard from Gluglob? And I was all like, not super recently. They're like, will he be coming back? I'm like, I don't know. Leave me alone about Gluglob. They're like, I have to ask Gluglob. So I'm like, did Gluglob swindle you out of some money?
I got some questions for Gluglob.
I know we haven't actually really spoken about Tarkov much, but VoIP in Tarkov has actually made it properly enjoyable for me again. Like, I don't know if you guys know about the story of when I ran into these two Chinese guys, and one of them's named Ranger
Yeah, I
6.
saw that.
Like 2 weeks later, I was in the middle of Shoreline and I saw a guy. I'm like, hello there. And he goes, and he spoke in Chinese. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he goes, and then all of a sudden he goes, Pestily. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. He goes, And he just, like, you could tell he was excited. He lost his shit over VoIP, and he's like squealing and stuff, like, "Oh my god, I'm Rachel again! It's Ranger 6!"
Yeah, that's great. I love that.
Today I ran into these two Chinese guys, and I tried to convince them to sing. So like I'm like just singing all these different songs, and I finally got them to sing like "We Are the Champions." Like, just, I don't know. To me, it's just VoIP in games is now a prerequisite almost for me to play. Like I wish. What was the game I was playing?
Adds a lot.
Apex Legends. I was like in Apex Legends shooting people, wishing I could taunt them with my voice and just be like, "I'm gonna get you, boy." Like, but yeah,
Do you feel like people have stopped talking in Tarkov
it's
a
died
lot?
down a lot. Yep.
It's a lot less. Yeah.
I had these two guys that were like a little like arguing married couple. Like it was like they weren't using Discord, and I was a PMC and I'm in like that cabin on Lighthouse, and I hear this guy outside. He's like, "Hello, we're new to this map," and I'm like, "Hello," and he goes like, "Are you a PMC? We're scavs." And his buddy goes like, Daniel, don't tell him that we're scavs. You're not supposed to tell him we're scavs. He's like, he seems cool. Let me just talk to this guy. It's like they're like talking in game. It was like running into like this little like comedy routine of like two dudes.
Yeah.
It was really weird. You don't get that without VoIP interactions like that. And then we went and extracted at the like PMC scav extract. It's cool. You don't get that without it.
I referenced this one point since VoIP's been added to the game where I shot at this guy in dorms, and he wasn't far away. He was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 rooms down. And I thought I killed him, and I'm like, "Hey, are you dead?" And he goes, "Nah." And I'm like, at that moment, like I lost my shit. I'm like, before VoIP, that was never a thing. But now that is like the funniest shit. Like, fuck off.
Now fuck you. I'm alive. It's like Monty Python almost, you know. I'm still alive. I'm fine. It's just a flesh wound.
I'll have some like genuine like fun conversations with people, and then we both resort to just like, well, this was nice, but let's get down to business.
Yeah.
I have the curse.
I'm like, okay, I consent to combat now. And then we start fighting.
I've got the curse of Pestily, where literally I just say something like, "Pestily?" Like, every time. Even when I'm not streaming.
I get recognized a lot too.
You sound like
Apparently,
Pestily.
I didn't.
Oh no, I just sound like him. It's not me. I get that a lot.
It's just being Australian. We all sound the
Aqua
same.
will say a single fucking anytime we play something. We were playing like Rust or something off stream, and Aqua said one single word. He was like, "No," or something, and the guy's like, "Aqua?"
I feel like I have that
nice going,
distinguishable of
Aqua.
a voice.
Great.
Ruined.
I got recognized as Glue Glob. The first person I talked to. I was like, "Hello, I'm Glue Glob." And he's like, "Aqua?" It's like, "How the fuck did you know?" It's in the video. And he goes like, "That's literally your normal voice." I'm like, "No, it's not. That's so mean." You sound like a little goblin. I don't think. Whatever.
Yeah, I think all games should have, unless there's a reason why it shouldn't, all games should have VoIP now. It should be a prerequisite.
There's a lot of games that came out that didn't have. I think Halo Infinite didn't have VoIP. I think Battlefield 2042 didn't have VoIP on release. There were a couple more that didn't have VoIP that honestly like made me stop playing them. Especially with Halo. Halo's like such a social game. Not having like post-match and pre-match like VoIP was just fucking ridiculous.
I didn't even think about that. That was such a big thing with Xbox Live back in the day.
Always having like the
That's really true.
post-lobby VoIP for like the social aspect of the game to like build your community in game. If all you can do is like yell at each other in game, just your teammates, like you don't. I mean, sure, there's gonna be like some heated debate, right? Like after gameplay, but I think that's just part of it.
That was always such a thing. Like, I feel like at least my channel, there's like when Tarkov, had announced it, I was like, that's the only reason I'm going to play this wipe is for VoIP. And I loved it. But everybody was like, dude, it's going to be so toxic. It's going to be so toxic. Tarkov community can't handle. And I was all like, I mean, every community's got plenty of toxic shit, but like, there's a lot of really good, positive stuff that comes out of that. And like, yeah, every once in a while you run into something negative on Tarkov, but for the most part, it's always been good experiences, at least for me.
I think the way BSG was like, you will be
and
banned.
They did it
you
in a
will
really
be
good way,
banned
yeah.
if you like just blast music over your microphone. I think that curbed it so hard and like in a good way, right? It didn't just evolve into like Rust, where you've got guys just like
Rust
screaming
is a mess.
screaming racist shit and like
You can
blasting
server hop
music
in Rust. You can't do that in Tarkov.
Right.
You get banned in one server at Tarkov. You're gone.
Plus they implemented a way to like report VoIP, which I don't think I've ever seen. Like I've seen like you can, you know, report somebody for offensive chat, but they have a system built in, like double tap Y and it like saves the last 2 seconds and then sends that or some shit. That's
yeah, they had it really well implemented, even with like the amount of times that you can like, you know, click it repeatedly before it like cuts you off. Like Tarkov, I give Tarkov a lot of shit on some stuff, but they really planned out their VoIP well. And
There's
it
one
worked
thing
out.
they need
It
to
really
add.
showed it.
When you die, you should be able to talk for like the next 3 seconds. Let me let them rip. I want to let them know everything I think about that person before I finish. You suck! You suck! You suck! You suck! It is. I fucked your mom.
It is kind of funny how it is now. You get like 1 second.
Oh, not even.
So like, it's like half a second, whatever. I remember the first day I shot someone like in the face and just like totally just melted this dude, and I could hear him just go like like that. Like
You hear their like mic cue up for just a second before it cuts out.
exactly.
You're like, no, what was it gonna be?
Yeah. He was just like about to laugh hysterically. Like he was just like, I'm like, are you kidding me? It was so good.
It's
I was like, I love this.
Just give me a full second or two. Like, I want to give shit back, and I want to hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
I was fighting this guy on Lighthouse. I had nothing but a double barrel. I shoot his buddy, super geared, and then I back away from the fight. His friend's throwing nades, his friend's shooting everywhere, he's trying to find me. I just back way the fuck off, and I just wait a couple minutes, and I hear footsteps next to me. I'm like, oh, he must have like looped around, now he's trying to flank me. So I turn, the second I see a figure like come around the corner, I just squeeze the trigger. I'm like, it's this guy flanking me. Right when I shoot, it's a fucking naked with like a hatchet, and he's like, "Don't shoot me! I don't have a gun." Just like lays him out flat as he's like, "I don't have a gun."
I got shot in the face by someone. Like I like shot him a bunch, and he was like, "Really?" And I was like, "What?" Like so, you know, like this is the game. And then he kills me, and as I was dying, I just hear, "Suck my dick!" And like cuts off. It's so good. It's hilarious.
I had a guy spit on me after he killed me. He killed me on Factor, and he came over and he went over my corpse.
It's a little rude.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, VoIP.
Big improvement.
Requirement. We actually have a lot of questions by members about Tarkov stuff. So we're probably gonna wrap up the main episode, and we're gonna go film our members only episode. Members, go check it out. If you're not a member, consider becoming one. We're gonna go ask Pestily a bunch of Tarkov stuff, and I think we're gonna stop there. Is what I'm trying to say.
Thanks for
Pestily, thank you so
us.
much for joining us, everybody. Pestily. Twitch.tv/Pestily, YouTube Pestily, not
Instagram,
Twitter, TikTok, Instagram,
TikTok, everywhere.
Facebook.
You know Pestily.
at your
He's all
local
over.
gas station.
Well, thanks for having me on. It
Pestily.
was my pleasure.
Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it.
No,
everybody-
the pleasure is ours.
And if you're not a membership, get a membership. Costs you a couple of bucks, help support the podcast, and then you also get to get some extra bonus stuff. Like asking me a
Every
Tarkov
week.
question. Every week.
Every week.
Extra episode every week.
All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. Take it easy.
Bye.
Hey, thank
Thank you for watching The Gamer Hole today. I hope you enjoyed your time in the hole with us. I know we did. If you want to support the channel even further than just watching it, which we appreciate so much, you know, because let's face it, we're not exactly, you know, we're not great conversationalists, but we try. But if you want to see some exclusive content, every week we do a special episode as well as the occasional live stream, you know, just some extra stuff. You can join the members program here on YouTube. There's a little join button down below the video there. Check it out if you want to, you know, get some extra stuff or even just support what we're doing here. Either way, we'll see you again next week, every Thursday, forever. Okay, thanks again.